Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, October 23rd. Well, the big story this morning is Hurricane Patricia in the eastern part of the Pacific Ocean. It intensified explosively yesterday from a Category 1 early in the day to a Category 5 reached in the overnight hours. Amazing 100 millibar drop in the central pressure in a 24-hour period. It will slam into the southwestern part of Mexico later today or early tonight. Right now, maximum sustained winds are near 200 miles per hour. It'll weaken, of course, once it moves inland. However, its significant rainfall will head on a track towards Texas and the western part of the Gulf of Mexico by the latter part of the weekend. And then the remains of Patricia will actually get caught up in a weather system that should produce some rain around here in the Mid-Atlantic region around the middle part of next week. In fact, this is the 7-day total precipitation forecast by NOAA, and I just wanted to show here what can be expected across Texas and Louisiana over the next few days. Again, Patricia will move in this fashion, the remains of Patricia in this fashion, reaching the eastern part of Texas by the latter part of the weekend, western Gulf of Mexico, and then its rains will get caught up in a system that will track across the Midwest and into the Mid-Atlantic region by about Wednesday of next week. Well, let's focus in on Hurricane Patricia right now in the southwestern, about to slam into the southwestern part of Mexico. This is the latest colorized infrared satellite imagery loop from the Penn State EWAL site. Here is the southwestern coast of Mexico, Baja California, right in this region right here, and there is a well-defined center of Hurricane Patricia right now. Again, this latest movement is basically to the north. It will then eventually curve to the northeast, slam into the southwestern part of Mexico late today, early tonight, probably with 185 mile per hour wind gusts and of course torrential rainfall. That'll tend to move northeast across Mexico towards the western part of the Gulf of Mexico and the eastern part of Texas. Well, here's the latest water vapor satellite imagery loop, again available at the Penn State EWAL site. Just wanted to show this to point out a couple things. First of all, you can see the eye right here associated with the hurricane, but notice the general trend is for a northeastern movement of the water vapor. And again, this storm should slam into the southwestern part of Mexico late today, early tonight, and then its torrential rainfall will move right across Mexico and head towards the northeast, towards the western part of the Gulf of Mexico, eastern Texas, and it should be very rainy and very windy in that part of the U.S. by the latter part of the weekend into the first part of next week. And again, then the rains that remain from Patricia will kind of get caught up in a system that will move across the Midwest and into the Mid-Atlantic region by about the middle part of next week. Well, let's now track the movement of Hurricane Patricia and its remains in the latter part of this period over the next 5 nights. What we're looking at are from last night's zero-Z GFS model runs, forecast maps at the surface pressure shown on these particular maps. We'll look at 24-hour increments beginning with tonight and going through the next 5 nights. Here is the heavy rain associated with Patricia as of early tonight. High pressure, meanwhile, here in the northeastern part of the U.S. dominates the scene. Much cooler today here compared to yesterday. High temperatures yesterday afternoon were mid to upper 70s, more like the low 60s for this afternoon, some 10 to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday, thanks in large part to this Canadian high pressure system currently located in the southeastern part of Canada. Well, what about 24 hours later, excuse me, the latter part of Saturday into the early part of Saturday night, and here's the heavy rainfall from Patricia now already moving into the southern part of Texas, extreme western part of the Gulf of Mexico. Again, it should turn to the northeast over the next 12 hours or so and head right towards Texas, the western Gulf of Mexico. We remain dry for the most part here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday, although clouds will be seen on the increase certainly during the latter part of the day as the next cool frontal system approaches. Let's now jump ahead to Sunday evening. And here's the GFS forecast map for Sunday evening. By this time, we are in the clear here. However, there will be likely showers Saturday night into early Sunday associated with that cool frontal system. Most of the rain will fall in the overnight hours Saturday night. So again, clouds increase around here in the I-95 corridor later tomorrow. And then some showers are likely Saturday night into early Sunday. The rest of Sunday still on the cool side, remaining mostly cloudy, and then attention turns to the southwest. Again, here by Sunday evening are the remains of Patricia, a little bit of a low pressure area depicted here by the GFS model for Sunday evening time frame. Again, some significant rainfall for Texas and Louisiana over the next 48 to 72 hours or so. Now here's the forecast map for Monday evening. High pressure dominates the scene across the Midwest and the Northeast. We start off with pretty decent weather here in the I-95 corridor for Monday and Tuesday, perhaps a bit on the cool side, however. Now, meanwhile, here are the remains of Patricia by Monday evening. Low pressure still hugging the Gulf Coast of Louisiana, and some fairly significant rainfall, although nothing like what will be seen over the next 48 to 72 hours. Now let's jump ahead another 24 hours. And here we go. Here's the forecast map for Tuesday evening. By this time, all that rainfall moves northward into the Midwest. High pressure still dominating the scene here come Tuesday of next week, but by Wednesday, all of this rain will move right into the I-95 corridor. Again, looks like basically dry and cool weather on Monday and Tuesday in D.C., Philly, and New York City. But by Wednesday, we are likely to receive some rainfall, and some of this rainfall will actually be originating from Hurricane Patricia, which again will slam into Mexico later today or early tonight. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.